Hi again, and now I'd like to talk about other common ideas when defending. But in any case, here we see that trying to play actively or counter-attacking is still a good strategy here as well. First, one of the ideas when we spoke about transitioning to an ending is to go for an ending when you are defending, for example, when you have a bad position and you can go into an ending even if you're slightly worse. That is an idea to defend. So remember that transitioning to an ending can be done even if we are materially down. So it depends on the position. For instance, if we avoid a checkmating attack and go into an ending that we can hold, that's a good idea. And in endings, there is the additional resource of a fortress, which is a position in which someone who has a material advantage cannot progress, cannot make through. This is normally more of an ending topic, but let's see an example. In this position, it is white to play, and we see that this bishop is being attacked. If white moves this bishop, for example, to a2, then here this pawn will fall. Not to mention that here the bishop can be taken and also the rook after giving a check. So that's why here white gives the bishop, and he does it in the best possible way, which is a forcing way, because here white plays the move rook to f3, which attacks the pawn. That's why after taking the bishop, now we take this pawn, which is a very dangerous pass pawn. And here black has a significant material advantage, but after the move queen to f1 and rook to f3, king to e5, as played in the game, rook to f4, we see that black cannot progress here. Basically, this rook is holding the black's king from attacking white's king. So although black has a material advantage, black cannot progress here, so this is a fortress, and the position is a draw. Another interesting idea when defending is to force a perpetual check, and this normally requires very precise calculation. In this position, we see that black here is 2 pawns down. Black is trying to attack, but on the other hand, this pawn on d6 looks very, very dangerous. It's just about to promote. But here black found the very forcing continuation. Rook takes d2. So here again, blacks follow this principle of trying to find an active defense. And after taking, queen check. Here white play the move queen to g2. If rook to g2, then we have this perpetual idea. So if white wants to get something, he'll have to play the move queen to g2 as played in the game. And here again we have this forcing move knight to g3. The position looks lost, but here black has this forcing move, knight g3 check. The queen cannot take the knight because the queen is pinned. And after taking the knight, queen to h5 check, queen to h2 is the only move, queen to f3, and well, if queen g2, then we play again queen to h5, and after rook to g2, here black played the very precise queen to d1. So we give a check, and we keep the queen ready to check either on d1 or h5 or f3. And after queen to g1, again, if rook to g1, we again have queen to f3. And after queen g1, we have this move queen to h5, and after rook h2, queen to f3. So basically black will check either on d1, f3 or h5, and the game is a draw. Here I would also like to mention these positions on which we have material advantage, but on the other hand our opponent is having some serious counterplay, and here again, whenever we can force the position, this is a great idea. In this position we see that white has a lot of material advantage. White has 2 rooks for a bishop and a knight. So the material advantage is huge, not to mention that here white has 2 connected pass pawns. And here white played the move queen to e3, and after queen takes d5, the position is still very complicated, but we see that black is having some attacking chances. Knight to c4 will attack the queen. This bishop might come to d4. If white plays a move like king to g1, we would get the queen. So the position is very complicated, and in the end white lost the game. And here white had a very amazing move, which follows this idea of active counterplay, attacking, and even if we give a lot of material back. Because here we have a huge material advantage, so here white can play the surprising move rook to h8, giving a full rook. And the idea is that if black takes with the king, then we play again check, forcing move, queen to e8, and we exchange queens. And although here the position is materially much more even, here after king to h7, for example, here white can play the move d6, and these pawns, one of them will promote. So here white wins pretty easily. By the way, also here after the move bishop takes, white has the move queen to e7, and we force the exchange of queens. So this is the main idea. We give material, but we completely eliminate our opponent's attacking chances. This was a move which was very hard to find, but it follows the principle of looking for active ideas, even here at the cost of giving material back. And last, I'd like to mention another idea, which is definitely more advanced, which is to give material in order to neutralize our opponent's initiative. In this position, here it is white to play, and we see that this rook is being attacked. And moving the rook, for example, to e1, here the move queen to h4 looks very scary because we're looking at the king. And also after the move rook to f2, then here black can take on f4, and after taking queen g5, we see that black is attacking and getting material back, if not checkmating white's king. That's why here Petrosian played the very interesting move knight to e3, which first it improves white's position because this knight on d1 was really passive. And the idea is that after giving the exchange, first of all white has a pawn, but now we eliminated the most active piece that black had, so we neutralize black's attack, and now we are attacking this knight. Black has to move the knight, and also after giving this bishop, white has the move bishop to g4, and we see that this square is very weak, so this bishop will land on e6, and it will be white the one who will attack. So in the end, this is also looking for active counterplay. In fact, here after taking on f4, white kept on sacrificing material to attack, and after bishop to e6, black has to get back. Knight to e4, we see how white is materially down, but white is the one attacking. So we see a lot of pieces will start to look at black's king, and white won the game.